everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jetsetting cruise ship review. Today we're reviewing our cruise on board the Disney Dream. This is our second time on board, and I was really excited to get back on board because I just absolutely love these ships. The Dream is, I think, one of the best designed ships out there anywhere, and of course the Disney Cruise Line is just an amazing experience overall. If you've seen any of my other videos on the channel, you know how I feel about Disney Cruise Line. So no surprises here. This is going to be a pretty positive review. I'm going to have some critiques along the way, of course, but overall, just absolutely love our time on board the Disney Dream. If you love cruise content, if you love watching cruise videos on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really helps me out. Now, first I want to review the pre-cruise experience with Disney Cruise Line. There are a couple of key dates that are super important to enjoying your time on board the Disney Dream. The first is check-in. This occurs 30 days before your cruise at midnight Eastern Time. And it's super important to be online or on your app right when that occurs because that's going to allow you to get your port arrival time with Disney Cruise Line. It's going to get you on board earlier. It's going to get your vacation started quicker. There's a lot of things going on embarkation day, and the quicker you're on the ship, the quicker all of the to-dos that you have to do, like checking in, are done. You're off to cabanas and enjoying the water slides and everything else there is to do on the Disney Dream. Now, on this cruise, we actually booked within that 30-day window, so we had just kind of slim pickings with the arrival times. We still got a 12:30 arrival time, which was perfectly fine for our group, especially coming from the West Coast. We were 3 hours behind, so needed a little bit of sleeping in after a late flight in. So overall, pretty easy time with actually checking into the cruise. You also need to book any activities and shore excursions before your cruise. There's certain times that you can do that based on when you've sailed before with Disney Cruise Line. We've sailed a few times before, so we're silver members, so we get a little bit of a jump, but not very much. So that's one big tip I have for folks is book early so that you kind of know exactly what you want to do on board and on shore. If you're looking to do any of the cabanas at some of Disney's private destinations, I recommend only sailing in concierge because those folks are going to get first dibs on those cabanas. Sometimes they sell out just for concierge, so just keep that in mind. They are building more cabanas on Castaway Cay. They're going to be open soon, but overall, I would say just book concierge if you are looking to stay in any of these cabanas on shore. You also get first crack at all of the other activities on board, so that's really helpful. The 30-day window also opens up for the Royal Gathering, and that's completely free, but it sells out almost instantly. So if you want to meet any of the princesses on board sort of in quick succession, it's pretty convenient for families that have folks that really want to meet the princesses. I recommend booking that first before you get your port arrival time. Now I want to review the Disney Dream, the ship itself. So this is the first time that we've sailed since it underwent dry dock. And they made a few changes that aren't materially different for the regular cruise guest. If you're sailing in concierge, however, your experience got a lot better. They took over some of the public parts of the deck near Satellite Falls and expanded the sun deck. So that's really great for folks that are paying a whole bunch of money to be on board. They also renovated the entire interior concierge lounge. It's got kind of Hercules feel. We noticed that Hercules is definitely having a sort of renaissance within the Disney company. I definitely noticed a lot more Hercules recognition, which is always great. I love that movie. We also saw Edge be relocated next to Vibe at the front of the ship. So now the teens and tweens are together there. And where it once was in the funnel is now the Tower Suite, which is themed to Sorcerer's Apprentice. So it is one suite in there, a massive, massive suite, the most expensive room on board. The only noticeable change that I really used during this voyage was dining at Ramon's, which is part of Flo's V8 Cafe. It's some of the poolside restaurants on board, and it's got tacos, taco bowls, and found them to be quite delicious. A little bit of a line because I think it's kind of new, but the quality of the food was absolutely excellent. Other than that, the entire Disney Dream ship, I think, is a perfectly designed ship. There's not a lot of dead ends. Decks run forward to aft. There's just really great crowd movement. There's plenty of areas for the families to hang out, and then the adults to have their own private areas. We absolutely loved our time on board. I absolutely love this ship. Lots of great Disney vibes. So definitely check out everything there is to do on the ship on my full ship tour available on the channel, and I'll link down below. So I want to rate our itinerary as well. So this is our longest cruise to date on Disney Cruise Line. It's only 5 nights, but it's the longest that we've done sadly, because I would love to be on board forever. But we went over to Cozumel, Mexico, 2 sea days, and Castaway Cay. So we've been to Castaway Cay before. Fantastic island. Of course, one of my favorite islands just out there. I think I rank it above Lighthouse Point at this point. It's just all those classic Disney vibes that I love from the 90s. It's all there. A very relaxing day on the beach with everyone. And then Cozumel is one of my favorite ports in all of the Caribbean. Just great diving, great snorkeling. We had an amazing time at Chankanaab Beach, which is sort of a park slash, I would say, eco park with some animal activities and things like that. But amazing diving and snorkeling right offshore. Not a great beach necessarily to hang out at, but we had a great situation. The nice palapas, great server, and then easy access to the water. And of course, we were able to enjoy the ship for 2 sea days. Basically, we had a sea day, Cozumel, and then another sea day, which was great. I do wish that we had a sea day at the very end of our voyage. It's just a nice day to relax our way back to Fort Lauderdale, but beggars can't be choosers. So it's really great to have 2 days on board to enjoy the ship and all the activities that we never seem to have time to do at all. Speaking of activities, there was plenty to do on board. I thought that the activities team was amazing on this voyage. There were lots of trivia events throughout the voyage. There were different family activities in the D Lounge, which we did a lot of. I noticed that the D Lounge, I think, has had a renovation during the dry dock as well. They added a really cool LED screen that surrounds the entire venue. It's kind of a circular room. Very, very cool stuff. And then the adult activities down in Evolution each evening were a lot of fun. Disney keeps it pretty tame compared to some of the other cruise lines that I sail for the channel, but it's a lot of fun and a great bar. So overall, high marks overall for everything on board Disney Cruise Line. And of course, if you've never seen any of the stage shows, you have to go to them at least once because they are elaborate, some of the best at sea. And I can't recommend them enough, especially if you love all the classic Disney. So next, very importantly, is food. So food is a priority for many people on a cruise vacation, not just a Disney cruise vacation. I totally understand. I do love Disney's concept of foods. Having the rotational dining each evening is really great. I thought that it's cool that basically your service staff moves with you from venue to venue. They really get to know you. We had an amazing server. We had our 2-year-old with us, and he was, a little rambunctious, a little hard to handle at some times, but she handled it beautifully. She really did a great job making us feel nice and welcome. So that was really great. It was our first time with the full Pirate Night menu, which was on night 2. That was really fun. I liked that menu. I know it kind of is hit or miss for people that sail Disney Cruise Line a lot, but overall it hit all the marks for me. And then we were very happy that we were able to dine at Palo on the first evening. So we parked our kid in the nursery and then headed upstairs and enjoyed just a very luxurious meal at Palo. I highly recommend everyone try Palo at least once. And Palo Brunch, I hear, is amazing. Have not yet gotten to try that, as I mentioned earlier in the video, but that will be a priority on the next Disney voyage. Flo's V8 Cafe was a highlight. We ate a lot of the pizza, chicken tenders, of course. And then in Cabanas, we just absolutely love that place too. The embarkation day lunch is fantastic with all the seafood options. A really delicious breakfast. Don't miss the churro waffles on Castaway Cay Day. It's one special day and the crew always know, so yours might be different on your voyage, but don't miss those. Those are absolutely worth the hype. And a little secret for the adults that are out late, starting at about 10:30 p.m., there's a small buffet area downstairs in the district, which is where all the adult bars are, and they have little finger foods, wings, jalapeno poppers, that sort of thing. Very delicious, complimentary, and a great way to end the evening. Finally, I wanted to review our stateroom. So we had a deluxe family ocean view stateroom with an extended balcony. This is not what we booked. We just booked a guaranteed cabin. We would have been happy with a veranda, like a navigator veranda. That's kind of what I was expecting to get. So a nice little pixie dust moment where we got a nice huge balcony. Spent a little bit of time on there. And I can't speak highly enough about the family ocean view veranda staterooms on board Disney Cruise Line. It's just really set up for families as you would expect. The split bathrooms, I think, are my favorite concept at sea. And then having the massive curtain be able to separate our son, who was sleeping in a pack and play in one side of the room, from our sleeping area, just gave us a little bit of privacy. It was really nice to be able to watch television and keep the lights on without disturbing him. So overall, I just absolutely love how Disney has designed staterooms. So that should about do it for my review of the Disney Dream. I have a lot of different videos up on the channel from our voyage, from vlog style content throughout our voyage to a full ship tour, and even tips and tricks, more so than what I get into in this video. So check all those out on the channel. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next video.